One, and we are live. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Gentleman's Panel. Welcome to Cap Hill, everyone. And everybody in my chat, you are your state reps. So welcome once again to Cap Hill. I'd like to introduce you to the panelists for the evening. Of course, starting first with Mr. Jay Wilson.
What's up, Ryder Lives, and all the admirers and the ones who support us. We appreciate you coming over and supporting Captivating Christian.
Thank you. And Rebel Sun.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Shout out to Sun Tribe.
Oh, okay. Wakanda forever. And King Payne.
Okay, period. All the way from the home of the lituation. What's good?
Hey, everybody. Welcome once again to the Gentleman's Panel. So hopefully everybody's had a great week. There's been a lot going on. But first, as you know me, I always got to drop a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of something that you may not have known on you guys, and you can call it boring or whatever, but it is what it is. February is not only Black History Month, but it also is Heart Health Month. A lot of us probably did not know that, but it is. So along with your Valentine's, it's all about heart health. So the statistics are out. African Americans are the highest ethnic group to get heart disease. African American men, I think, are at 44%, and African American women are somewhere between 47 and 48%. And that's extremely high. Due to the diet, of course, diabetes, obesity, and other different attributes that add on to the reason why we do get heart disease. I have family members myself that have, of course, diabetes that runs in the family. Heart disease, full on, not so much, but of course, it is something that's very genetic in our family lines. So, question to the gentleman: were you aware of February being Heart Disease Month? And two, do you know of anything, or did you learn anything in doing the research about heart disease or anything like that? So first, I'll start with okay. I was gonna start with King Payne, but I'll start.
I was aware that it was Heart Health Month, but I definitely, since I work in healthcare, we wear our badges and we have the hearts on the badges because of this month. But I definitely was agreeing with what you said. We have a history in our Black families of eating very unhealthy eating habits. And my family definitely, we had some issues with heart disease.
Right. Okay. Brother Jay Wilson.
Yeah, I am familiar as well that this month is, dealing with heart health.
That's good.
Church. A lot of people in church. I know someone from the first church that I played for, and they were obese. They and they didn't know anything about the heart issue until they went to the dentist.
Right.
And the dentist told him, "I can't put you under anesthesia because I think I would lose you." And he said, "You got to lose the weight, because if we don't get into your mouth, your oral health." Yeah. It will affect your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
So he had to lose the weight, and after he lost the weight, then they could do the dental work.
Right.
They couldn't put him under anesthesia. So that's unfortunate. But a lot of people don't know that your oral health affects your heart health.
The heart. Directly, actually. How about you, King Payne?
Yeah, so I learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? I learned that, obesity, high blood pressure, and diabetes all contribute to heart disease. And, there's a lot of ways that, that we could easily prevent heart disease by, exercising and dieting right. Okay. Making better eating choices, and and watching your intake.
Yeah, definitely a personal story of mine. I happened to go in for a procedure, and before the procedure, they do the testing and stuff. And my EKG came back a little funky. So they just had me do the test, and come to find out that I had WPW, which basically means that the electric kind of conduction in my heart is usually a 3-chamber, your top, your middle, and your lower, and it was just going straight from the top to the bottom, and there was no lower. So basically the heart specialist was like, well, if you have a heart attack, they can't resuscitate you with the machine because you'll die. And I was like, what? Like, are you crazy? I work out, not a whole lot, but enough. I try to eat healthy and all that kind of stuff. So it was kind of like, what are you talking about? Went in for the procedure later on after to correct the heart situation. They put me under and they brought me back and was like, well, there's nothing we could do. It wasn't even enough. We tried to do everything as far as, get your heart pumping to where it may be irregular, and nothing. So they were just like, well, we'll just monitor you, but so far, you're good. So, that was a blessing, but in all, it's definitely something to be aware of. We don't have to continue to eat the same foods that our ancestors ate because due to slavery, and that was all we were given. We may not be able to afford a full vegetable vegan kind of diet because the vegetables are expensive, but if we can just add a little more vegetables in our diet, I think it would be essential to definitely creating.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is time to turn away from our fast food diets. Okay. It is time to turn away from the fast food. Okay. Because the people are out here dropping dead like never before. Okay, people are leaving up out of here and I'm not playing. Okay,
yeah. No, it's really
true.
Away
they from the fast food. Okay, and get up off of that thing. Get up off of that thing. Okay,
you don't have an energy drink,
and it's simple, but it is definitely killing us. It is definitely killing us.
Just incorporate exercising more. Get off the couch. If you have problems, you have joint problems. Do an elliptical bike, swim, cut back all those saturated fats, a lot of like the sausages and a lot of those meat byproducts or a contributing factor. Eat more green vegetables.
Himalayan salt. Try to use more Himalayan salt than regular iodine salt.
And count your calories in, calories out. So if you're not going to be active, just watch those calories. And I'm not saying that some foods are not wrong because, at the end of the day, it's okay to engage in that every once in a while. But
it's all about moderation.
Should not be your whole deal. But if you go to McDonald's and eat a burger that Sunday, that's not going to kill you. But I don't think you should do it every day. As a Southerner, I like certain types of food, but I'm just not going to eat it every day. But of course, it depends on your metabolism, what you do, if you work out, those types of things. But the high sodium, the sugar, and the fat will take you out. And I just think that we just have to be aware of that. And as you get older, you definitely have to be aware because you don't have that metabolism like you did when you were younger. It doesn't burn off as quickly.
And even people eating a salad is not soaking it with ranch dressing and throwing bacon bits and chopping eggs up. And you can't, because that's the equivalent of eating a cheeseburger.
The eggs aren't bad with the protein because you got to have that protein. But don't put that sugar ranch dressing.
But it's in moderation as well because too many eggs are not good. They're not good for you, too many of them. And even because I have an aunt, she'll say, I'm eating a salad, but you don't even see any of the green part of the salad because it's basically like a soup almost because she's put so much ranch dressing on it.
She have all the cheese on there.
Cheese, bacon bits, everything that's just making it unhealthy.
Right, exactly. I will say this, I did learn, we always think of diabetes having to deal with actual sugar and your sugar intake and eating sugar, but actually diabetes comes from the fat in your blood. So when the fat has nowhere else to go and it gets into your bloodstream, that is how you develop diabetes. So we definitely need to be mindful of that and get out of the mindset of eating sugar, you will have diabetes.
And a lot of it is genetics too.
Yeah. But I mean, just because it's genetic, it doesn't have to fall on you if you maintain a particular diet.
Yeah, absolutely. When you know better, you do better. That's why it's extremely important that we teach better eating habits to our children and the younger generations.
Very true. Very true. Very true. Okay. So now that we've gone there and you've gotten your education for the day, thank you. You're welcome.
Period.
Right. Let's get to a little bit more of a topic that may be touchy for some. This Wendy Williams situation. So what were your thoughts? And this is open to anybody, so whoever want to go first can go first. What were your thoughts on her comments referring to gay men or wanting to keep things for themselves and not?
Well, I don't know. Well, first she was talking about she was referring to Galentine's Day, which is, I guess, some kind of day that single women created to bring in Valentine's Day together, like they go out to the bar or whatever. So she was talking about that, and then she was asking the audience, how many of you out there celebrate Valentine's Day? And for some reason, that day she had a lot of men in the audience, which is kind of unusual because she don't really be having that many men in her audience. But, the camera panned out and a lot of men start clapping, and she started to feel some type of way, and she started ranting, talk about men are not a part of this and they shouldn't be celebrating, and let women have it. Okay. And then she went on to say that gay men will never be the woman that women are. And she was like, I don't care if you're gay. You don't get a menstrual every month like women do. And you can do a lot of the things that we do, but you know what I'm saying? But you'll never be a woman, basically, that she was saying. So, she was getting a lot of backlash, and people feel so many different type of ways about it.
Is she a woman?
Next.
Yeah, I have a problem with it because I think that from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. And I think that she probably felt this way about gay men. But she and a whole lot of celebrities have taken gay lingo to a whole new level. Stuff that we say, they say. And I'm like, you don't hear us complaining. Whatever gay men do, or bisexual men, or people in the community do, you hear it. You hear it. Tamar Braxton and how you doing and all of that. You hear it. And these are things that gay men have done, and they've taken it. And, we don't lose sleep about it. Right. I don't think men are trying to be women. I find it very hypocritical because the people who work for her are gay, the person who does her hair and makeup and a whole lot of stuff. So I just think that you slap them all in the face, and it's all good. And it was strong when she was saying it until the backlash came. Right. Because a lot of gay men support her. And so the backlash came, and then you start getting these tears, and I'm sorry, but I think she needs to think before she speaks. I don't think any man trying to be a woman. I mean, not the majority of them. Right. And so I just think that was not the right. I know that people want things for themselves, and I understand, but I just don't think it was appropriate. And it seemed like it was some rage and some resentment, and it just didn't come off right. It didn't come out right at all.
You know what the thing about Wendy Williams is, her ex-husband, Kevin Hunter, had these allegations about him messing with men. So I think it's a deeper issue with her. a lot of times, this is my issue with some women. Stop using gay men for our talents, but you want to push us in the corner and not, know your place.
Mm-hmm.
Our relationships are just as valid as yours.
Right.
I don't care if I'm not trying to compete and be a woman.
Right.
You're in your lane, I'm in my lane.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that a lot of them want you to be basically handbags. It's
Right.
like carrying a gay man around, wind them up, let them, perform when they want us to be funny, put on be a circus sideshow act for them for their entertainment, court jesters.
Right.
But stay in your place, know your place. Don't get out of line. You don't have a right to speak out against us.
Mm-hmm.
You can't speak on my gay rights as a man because I can't speak on your rights as a woman.
Right.
You're not in my shoes. I'm a Black gay man. So I've experienced being called the F and the N word, and they're both, make me clench up just hearing them.
Mm-hmm.
But don't be laughing and having a good time because you want the gay man you want us to be the center of attention and make everyone laugh. And that's it.
Right.
There's nothing more to us. We're supposed to be just objects to be used, a toy to be taken out of the closet and played with and put back in when they're done.
Right.
And she's been doing a whole lot of mess. This is not the only thing that she's, backtracking about. So I don't know if her mental health is not there. I don't know if I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of rage and a lot of other things going. And I think this is one of many things that she has committed serious faux pas on.
Yeah. She was like, give us our skirts and our heels back. Okay. We all know that most gay men don't wear skirts and heels. Okay. I just feel like she sounds ignorant and homophobic, okay? And I know she's been glued to that purple chair for the last 10 years, okay? And she hasn't had an opportunity to get outside much, okay? Right. But Wendy, the world has changed, sis, okay?
That was my problem because a lot of gay men do not like to wear heels. We don't like to do hair. We don't like doing makeup. Some of us are just men. We just happen to love other men. So I find a huge problem with that, and a lot of people paint the picture that we all want to be them. I admire women. My mom's a woman. My aunt's a woman, and I applaud them for the things that they've gone through and the things that they've taught me. But do I want to be one? No, thank you.
And even the whole thing on here. Let's get something straight. This is my viewpoint on the whole B word and the F word. Women do not sit up here and act like the F word and the B word are the same. Some women are offended by the B word, but you guys use the B word for empowerment as well. We don't use the F word for empowerment. Right. Gay men, we're all gay men on here, with the exception of Brother Jay. He's bisexual. But
we're all men who sleep with men.
So the thing is, do any of you like to be called the F word? We don't say I'm a bad F. Women say I'm a bad B all the time. Content creators on here.
Didn't Trina say it, and Kaya.
And content creators on here have referred to themselves as B countless times. I'm that B. I'm a bad B. You don't hear any gay men in this sector say I'm a bad F. It's not the same. You're offended by it. I understand because I don't call women B's.
Right.
But don't equate those words to the same thing because it's not the same at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
And I didn't say all women, but a lot of y'all.
A lot of women do.
And can I throw a little shade? Women
are saying that they bad B's. Don't lie.
Yeah, and women, can I offer you something? I mean, if you all want a point of view, I wish some strong women would get together and do a panel because this is the gentleman's panel, and like women should have a panel. I think you all should have a panel as well. So hopefully some strong, intelligent women who can talk about topics come up to the plate because it's been lacking. So I'm just saying. Go here, Captivating Christian. I'm done.
See, what Wendy needs to do Wendy needs to focus on her own happiness, okay? Because you know what? The men out here walking around in skirts and heels, okay, they're happy, okay? If Wendy was focused on her happiness, okay, she probably wouldn't be divorced right now.
Well, she might have been divorced because I tell you what,
I think he was already.
That comes on to the things of abuse. That comes on to the things of abuse, and I think Wendy should have been out of that situation a long time ago.
Yeah.
But again, people are always trying to put up these illusions because they're afraid about what people are going to think, or so on and so forth. Where I wish she would have listened to Della Reese, because Della Reese would have given her some good advice. The late Della Reese, because she talked about abuse as well. But I don't think the men who are wearing skirts and heels, they do it for a show and get paid for it. And the others want to live that lifestyle. But for the majority of gay and bisexual men, that's not something that they do. And I think it was like, again, a slap and some shade that she threw. And again, what was in her really came out of her. Because she really sounded angry at one point.
Right,
I'm like,
yeah.
Are you serious? And it was condescending. And the audience was mixed. Some people were like, oh, did she just say that? And so it was like real uncomfortable in the studio. And I mean, and then you had to come back, because even though you may not like gay men, a lot of them have buying power. And unlike most groups, gay people will boycott you in a heartbeat.
Well, let's say something. I'm looking at this chat and I want to address something real quick. Let's not get what I'm saying, take it out of context, and you're gonna make videos tomorrow saying Rebel said one thing. A lot of women in this sector do call each other the B. Not all women. Let's be clear on that.
Right. I'm
not saying it's a positive word. I don't call women B's. But a lot of people on here, you're lying if you're gonna say these women on here don't embrace that word.
I heard it last night.
I've heard it this morning.
You're lying.
I heard it this morning.
There's no gay men in this sector. You do a poll. How many gay men in this sector call each other the F word? When do we say that? You may have heard someone. It's not an endearing term. It's not a term of empowerment for gay men. We don't call each other that in support of each other. It's a nasty word.
And Rebel, to piggyback, you know what? Before people start saying that Jay Wilson or somebody coming for women, all of the women that I heard when they attack each other, they are nasty. And I'm telling you, nasty. I mean, and I'm not saying that we don't have men who aren't just as nasty.
Right.
But I
which we do.
We do. But for the most part, I hear a lot of sisters calling each other the B and the H word and all of this stuff. And so I think we just need to be very, very careful with our words. And that's why I try my best to really think about what I say, because you do have a platform and you do have a responsibility.
Exactly. And that's what I think is important. I think we all need to realize that we have a responsibility, that what we put out, someone is intaking, whether or not we actually know it's factual or believe it to be true. Someone is taking that and believing it to be fact because they follow you. You may not believe that or want to accept that, but the fact of the matter is that they do it. Which also brings me to my second point. There seems to be a lot of talk, even on YouTube, about gay men attacking women or women attacking men. So how do you guys feel about that personally? And I'll start first. Personally, I feel that if someone attacks you, you have every right to attack back, and it's no kind of I can't question someone from how they attack back. I could feel some type of way about it, but I can't totally blame a person for how they attack back if they were attacked first.
I agree with Rebel. I think that the community has been ostracized and in neglect for a while, and I think men are just tired of it, at least in the LGBT community. And they call people out on it. No, you can't call that person this, or no, you can't call that person that. And I just think that when you stand up for yourself, you don't make friends. You just don't make friends, but you got to do what's right. I had to tell somebody, if gay men are good enough to do your hair, your makeup, and do your interior design, then they should be good enough not to be talked about. You know, I've seen this in the church a lot. They always want to talk about these men,
but they don't want to direct them to choir, leading the music.
Yeah. So my thing is, if that person is not all that, then stop going to the salons. Then stop getting your makeup done. Stop going over there for this and the third. You know, because if you do that, then it's just hypocritical. That's why I had a problem with Kim Burrell. Lord knows Kim Burrell can sing. She sure can sing, but if you feel that way about gay, bisexual, lesbian, you should have never done that song with Frank Ocean. But you did, because it was a point.
Right.
So I just think, stop using gay black men, bisexual men, or whomever as a Brahmin bag clutch so you can show to your girlfriends, and then I put you to the side when I don't need you no more.
Right, exactly.
You know, not all women.
But even with rappers, you got rappers referring to women as bees in their song. And you have women that's like, oh, I like it. You know, they're dancing to this rapper that's clearly has no respect for women.
But this is the thing. Okay, I'm looking at the comments. I went to a post office and black women were picking at this gay man and they called him the F word. And then he cursed them to slap out. And then they were in their feelings talking about, I'm a woman. So my thing is, if you would have left that man alone and lived your life and not ostracized him, you may not have gotten that clap back. Everybody is a woman. You know, when they talking about people, they equal opportunity. But then when you get that clap back, then I'm a woman.
I'm a woman, yeah.
And so my thing is, you know, be mindful of what you say and do what you got to do.
Right.
You know, like on these YouTube streets here, I don't bother nobody, but everybody is equal opportunity. Equal opportunity. Everybody can get it. I don't care. You can be a man, woman, goat, chicken, cow.
Period. And you're absolutely right. And you know what, Jay Wilson, with that being said, I just want to say, you know, whether it's the men antagonizing the women or the women antagonizing the man, two wrongs don't make a right. Okay. Exactly. And what I feel like people need to do, especially these content creators, okay, we need to stop focusing on what makes us different, especially this month, because it's Black History Month. Quit playing. We need to stop focusing on what makes us different and start focusing on what makes us the same. Because I guarantee you, we got a lot more in common than we got different. Okay. The focus shouldn't be on division. You know what I'm saying? There's so much division on these YouTube streets in the world. You know what I'm saying? We need to figure out ways to coexist. Okay.
Right. And I mean, that definitely should be the goal, to coexist, because that's the only way we actually obtain the power that we do have. It's easy to tear each other apart because, you know, that's all. I mean, that's the simplest thing.
And then what kind of woman? Because lesbian community, if it wasn't for the lesbians, half of the brothers would have been dead, because it was those lesbians standing up for those gay men who were dying during that point in the 80s. So see, we can't even say all women, because there are some lesbian women who said our brothers are dying. Right. Well, other people didn't care. Because a lot of these church women, not all, but a lot of these church women didn't care. But them lesbians were the ones who were saying no more, and they were at them act up meetings. I'm just saying. So we can't even say all women, because there are some women who did stand up, and that's the history of it. And so we can't even say all women.
But even on here, men don't have an advantage in arguments. We're not wrestling. We're not fighting in the alley. Right. So we're not resorting to our physical prowess. So a woman, Hillary not debate against, should she have not debated against Obama? I mean, it's an equal playing field when you're arguing and you're roasting someone on YouTube. There's a man doesn't have an advantage over a woman.
Right.
When you're a bisexual gay man, you might, because you have that femme and that masculinity. So I guess we have the best of both worlds. But we We coming. So all I'm saying is, if you're gonna argue with one of us, prepare to fight, because we know we'll roast and gag each other. So why do you think a woman gonna be? That's all I'm saying.
We'll roast and gag each other and be ready to pull up and fight.
Now, I'm not gonna fight you physically. I'm not gonna get no hammer and go to the parking lot. No, I'm not gonna do that. But verbally,
I wonder who did that.
I can do this all day verbally. All day verbally, every day. All day.
We'll debate with you all day.
All day. All day.
I grew up around, I saw men abusing women when I was a child. I had an uncle that was very abusive toward women. And I've always had no respect for men that put their hands on women. So I have a respect for you. Just give me that same respect.
Right.
I'll tell my nephews, if a woman hits you, block her, push her off, but don't punch a woman because you have more physical strength than a woman.
Right.
With the exception of some of these broads on here. But I mean, I think a lot of times I'm not going to argue just endlessly with a woman, because it can become, women can go all day arguing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't just argue with a woman, and I give women a little leeway more so in the real world. But on YouTube, if somebody's roasting you, it's all a fair game.
Right. Right. That is true. That is very much true. Okay. Now, with that said, let's bring it to a current event. Of course, a lot of you know about Jane Warfield, I think her name is. She is the young lady who had some sort of encounter with a gentleman, and she left to go wherever, left her cell phone, went back into the place where she left the young man. He was involved in a sexual situation with another man. So then she grabbed her phone and went directly to Facebook to out these two men, and then tried to turn around and extort one of the men who was a well-known dealer. Well-known drug dealer in the community for $5,000 in Indiana. Yeah. Hold on one second.
You need to get your children in order. Get your children in order. Cutting up.
So yeah, that's basically what happened. So what's your thoughts? And this is open to anybody who wants to go first.
Okay. I think you want to go.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, this woman, you know what? The woman didn't deserve to lose her life.
Right.
But the thing was, she made it like he had orally satisfied her in the past. So she was like, oh, it was deeper than that. This woman, to me, it seemed as if she had a relationship with this man more than what she had let on. But for her to go in the lion's den and then try to extort money from drug dealers, did you think they were going to bake you brownies and give you milk? I mean, these are people already doing something that's not law abiding. So what did you think someone took out of context what I was saying. No, the woman shouldn't have lost her life. She was a mother of 3. But this woman, how she was talking, she came across as a hustler anyway, because she was like, I need 5 stacks. I'm going to put this out if I don't get paid, because it's going to help me get to my next gig. It's like she was needing the money to take her to the next level. So did you think that it would have turned out any differently? I mean, she wasn't using higher brain functions at all. It's sad that she lost her life, and someone else that was in the car wreck may lose his life because they're suffering serious injuries.
Right. Next.
Absolutely. Well, she definitely went about it the wrong way. First of all, it's just so many layers to this. It's like, okay, for one, okay, she was extremely disrespectful. For two, she's making it seem like, you know, the male on male contact is just so disgusting. She's just so sick. Woo, woo, woo. But you know, a lot of females, and I was having this conversation the other day with my sister, you know, feel like, you know, it's okay for women to have a girlfriend, but you know, it's nasty for a man to be with another man. You know what I'm saying? And then her boyfriend was like, well, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Cheating is cheating. You know what I'm saying? Not like that, but it's just like you trying to extort these gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like she's crazy. Like, you know, this happens all the time in the world. You know what I'm saying? You hear these type of stories all the time, but you don't never hear about nobody trying to extort the men. You know, you tell your homegirls and you keep a pussy. You know what I'm saying? Don't mess with that nigga. He nasty. You know what I'm saying? However you feel, you tell your people. You make sure they good and you move on, but you don't try to extort the nigga. You don't pull the cover. See, she was talking about covers and sheets. You need to be careful, okay? Who you pull off the cover, who you pull the cover off over. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You never know what's up under them covers like that, okay? Period. Period to the period. She wasn't prepared. Okay, she was talking about she had her little gun in the car. Woo, 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 woo. Blase, blase. Okay, she was sending out threats and she did all this stuff. She exposed them. And she dropped her Facebook. She put his picture out there, everything. You know what I'm saying? He was a well-known gangster, drug dealer, whatever she said. Like, she wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And things didn't have to go that way, but she was like making like, you know, she was that B.
Right. Very true. JW rather.
First of all, Indy is a highly conservative city. It's a church on every block. So I lived in the Dayton area. I would have to go to Indy. It is heavily black and conservative. And the town that these people were in, it ain't no joke. It ain't nothing to play with. A real DL man is a dangerous man. He's going to do everything he possibly can to cover himself. And so that's it. Extortion is never right. And my thing is, if you call my thing is, why couldn't you call to say, hey, is my phone over the house? Why couldn't you do that? You go in and it seemed like you were looking for something. And so you find that, and then you know these are doughboys. At least one is a drug dealer. And your thing is, look, that's y'all business. If y'all kissing cousins, that's it. You don't have no issue with me. But you went to social media and said 5 stacks. And this is the sad part about it, y'all.
She posted a picture of the man as well.
Let me say this: not all DL men, but a good deal.
No, but like absolute set.
So because if they got something to hide. You know, now, but this is the real catch. They're saying, I looked at the news reports, they're saying that this is unrelated. So that's going to be really interesting because they're saying it's unrelated. So I'm really looking at the news to see what's going on because it seems like she was caught up in something else and got the shots as she was riding down the road, because they said this case is unrelated. And I know she said if I wind up dead or something, these people
at least know it's out there.
But my thing is they're going to do the investigation and say if hypothetically this man, he's not going to do it to you. He'll have somebody else to do
it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And it will never be tied back.
Right.
So there are ways to do that.
Right.
Because some people say, so I just think that we got to be very careful what we put out there and how we tell people and say things about folks, because you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, very true.
So, and let me say this: not all DL, but a great deal of them are dangerous. I'm just saying.
No, I was going to say that I had went and checked out her social media, and you know before she passed away, and I was looking at like I didn't go see it before she passed away, but I seen some screenshots of the video and stuff before she passed away, and it didn't have that many likes, and it didn't have, you know what I'm saying, it didn't have that many views, you know what I'm saying. So, you know, if this man wasn't exposed before, he definitely exposed that. Everybody and their mama know about his ass. Okay,
they probably knew about him already.
Right, but
Indianapolis.
That was the thing.
Did you see the jacket he had?
The jacket he had on. First of all, he had a fox fur around the red leather Michael Jackson kind of Thriller jacket. I'm like, okay, that screams a little bit okay. But
it also screamed money too.
That too, right? That fur alone, of course, the collar screamed money. But my thought process was this: I personally, and some people may disagree, but I personally thought that she already knew, there was already a hinting going around that he possibly did dibble and dabble with men or whatever, and her focus was to catch him so she could get money.
Oh, you know what she said? This is what she said. She said it was because, okay, a couple weeks ago on his Snapchat, you know how the Snapchat got the man and the woman filter? Okay, he was getting his feet there. He was getting the pedicure in the nail shop, right? And he kept turning the Asian woman into a man while she was doing his feet. And she was like, why the hell would he want to see a man rub his feet? So she was onto him ever since then. So she probably was over there snooping, okay?
She was over there, and that's what I think. She was over there.
Women just be so nosy. Like,
right.
She was over there
sleeping, and she was hoping to catch something so she could catch something and be like, all right, bam, you don't want this out, give me my money and I'll keep your secret or whatever. I think from jump that was her plan. And because there's no way you can tell me that you, even if you left your phone, that you made enough noise to where in which you walked in the door, they heard you and stopped doing what they were doing and was like, okay, what's going on? You went in there kind of like,
no. When they heard that door open up, they would have had to stop. She went in there in a quiet way.
Right.
She didn't disturb nobody.
Women, take control over your sexual health. Everybody want to blame everybody. You get condoms. You ain't screwing nobody. It's amazing how women talk about something men be having raw sex and stuff. But how many babies people done had? You don't get babies from having a condom and birth control pills. You get them because you had raw sex.
Immaculate conception.
Take care of your own sexual health, and this needs to be a lesson to people on social media. Y'all got to take this as a lesson.
And you can't be stop
putting people's stuff up there. This should be a lesson.
Right.
This should be a lesson. Social media is not for play.
Right. And when he's sitting there pounding you out and you all good and dandy, and then it's like, oh, he asked you that question, let me whatever, and you like, okay, and you go along with it. Don't be disgusted later if you find out something extra.
Yeah, everybody needs to be taking care of their sexual health, but I'm tired of women saying, "Ooh, these men." No, you take care of your health.
Yeah, everybody has to have accountability.
No love. That's your decision.
Yeah,
because you can catch something from a man or a woman. I mean,
and all of these women. How many women I got pregnant from married men? That ain't good either. So my thing is, stop playing these games and take responsibility for your own sexual health. Wow. You are your own business. You make sure numero uno is taken care of. If you ain't gonna do it, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Because I don't know. Everybody got it. How about that?
It's all about if you look at it like that, you will be better. You know, there's a better way to protect yourself. If you look at it as everybody has it, whether you know it or not. Everybody has it. So anytime I encounter somebody, that's the first thing I'm going to do is wrap up until we either go together and get tested and I see your results and you see mine. Then that's a decision that you decide to make. But, go ahead.
And no one's saying it's the women's fault. Women in this chat, stop making it like we're saying it's the women's fault. It's both people are responsible for their own health.
Yes,
everyone the same.
No, I'm not sounding like Tommy Sotomayor. I'm telling you to take responsibility for your own damn self. That's what I'm saying. Me, you, and everybody else. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all let these preachers talk to y'all like dirt and let these men talk to y'all like dirt. But when somebody tell you the truth, then you sounding like somebody. No,
Right.
I'm telling you, as a public health personnel at one point, take care of your own sexual health.
Yes.
It is your responsibility. It is
Yeah.
everyone's responsibility.
Very true.
Right. And
A
DL
DL
men shouldn't be having
man can't
unprotected
infect
sex.
you with nothing unless you allow him to. And
Right.
if he is, did you ask the questions? Did you say, did you get tested? Well, let's get tested. Have you done that?
Right.
So
right.
my thing is stop blaming everybody and look at your own self. Sweep around your own damn front porch.
Yeah. And again, it's about accountability. You have to hold yourself accountable for your part. You cannot leave it up to the man all the time to be accountable for you and him. No, he's accountable for
do women not do women not lie? So I'm looking at some men, they need to stop lying. So do women stop lying? So women stop telling the men that that's their baby, and you know they baby to get child damn support. Okay, yeah. Don't get me started today because I'm not.
Or you're not sleeping with nobody else. You're only sleeping with him.
Okay, I am not for play today. Everybody lie. Shut that down. I ain't for play today. Can we move on because they get me hot in my spirit? All this fool la.
So
I'm sorry. I'm not here for that today.
It's perfectly fine. So just real quick.
Just you froze? Oh, okay.
Okay, everybody froze a little bit. So what happened? What were you saying?
No, I was just saying it's like they're trying to make it like we're talking about women issues. They complain when we don't talk about things affecting women. It's damn if you do, damn if you don't. We're talking about adults being responsible. If you're sleeping with a man, stop popping babies out from every man that come along. You're responsible for your body. Don't let a man pop you with a baby and you leave. Just like catching an STD. Treat everyone the same. Don't let him go get tested with him. Don't let him tell you whatever. He's been locked up 20 years in prison, and you letting him come out raw dogging you. That's your fault.
Yeah.
You let him raw dog
you. With a lesbian, don't let her put no dildo in you without it being clean, because it could have hepatitis on it.
No love, no love.
That's all I'm saying. You better you better make sure her mouth is clean too. That's all I'm saying. You got to all of these things. I don't care if you sleeping with a man or woman. You better be knowing. Don't be using people razor blades and they toothbrush. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things.
Yeah, but it definitely is a whole.
Stop sharing enemas.
Oh, don't take it. Just take it for love.
Ew.
Sounding a little harsh today, but take it in love. Because see, all people want to do is ZL men, this and this and so on and so forth. And the sad part about it is they were in Indianapolis, and if people would stop stigmatizing it, then probably half of these folk would come out, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. But why are they hiding it in the first place?
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true. Very true.
Trust no one on period. Puriana to the Purier. No glove, no love. I've always been a firm believer in that.
He gonna take it out. He gonna take it out before he complete himself. That's what got you 5 kids, with him saying he was gonna take it out before he complete himself. And you walking around, you're looking like the United Colors of Benetton because you have all these baby daddies.
And look, the more restrictive the place is, the worse it is. The more churches on the corner, the more freaks out at night and in the daytime. I just found it out. The more repressive and the place is, the more restrictive the place is, the worse the people are. And I'm real about that. And we always want to be. That's why I couldn't understand my mama going to that Pentecostal church, and they always talking about holiness, and them other people don't got it, but yet they had 5 children. Obviously, that jean skirt didn't keep you from not getting them babies.
And you know what? I knew a guy from my grandmother's neighborhood. He was cutting everyone's hair. The guy was DL. All the gay men knew he was DL. This guy, and this was like 20 years ago, he was running around infecting everyone with HIV, gay men, women. But the thing was, he wasn't a stereotypical person that they could look at and say he talked about gay people. He was one of those homophobic appearing men.
Right.
But he was sleeping with anything that sat down to pee.
Oh Lord,
Jesus, that's a lot of things.
But it was sad that this man was infecting people, and some of these women passed away because they were unaware that he had a double life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a sister. If you're not sleeping with them, then it's really none of your business.
Yeah,
right. I'm so tired because these folks they taking it personal. But
it's nothing. First of all, it's nothing to take personal. It's just something to be aware of. Nobody's singling anybody out. It's just something to be aware of. And as adults, men and women alike, regardless, we should be equipping ourselves better to be aware of these things. It's not just a heterosexual or homosexual thing. This is something that affects us, period.
And don't come in this chat fighting. Don't come over here.
Nobody is shaming women either. My thing is, that means if you're having all of these kids, that means you're not protecting yourself. We're not even on the having all the kids issue. That means you're not protecting yourself. The kids are byproduct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I guess this is a real serious topic because there's a lot of contention in here, but this is why we need to talk about these things.
Yeah.
I saw someone wasting away. I worked with another example. This woman I worked with, her husband infected her. He was out doing what God knows what.
Mm-hmm.
I watched this woman go from 140 to like 73 pounds.
Right.
And the thing was, no one is blaming women.
Mm-hmm.
It's just you treat don't just let a man tell you anything, because anyone you get with could lie.
Yeah,
Stop just letting, this is not your mother's and father's day. This is a whole different ball game now.
Yeah, and this is, sister, I would really highly advise the women to get their platform as well. That's what I'm saying, because this is the gentleman's panel and we understand what you're saying. And also, too, we are just saying at the end of the day, people were disgusted with those men because they were raw dogging and all of this stuff. But we're saying that you got a raw dog to get pregnant. Something got to happen. You just don't get pregnant to get pregnant. You just don't rub and all of a sudden pop a baby. No, something got to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that sperm has to reach the egg to get fertilized. Okay, that's all I'm saying. So don't really get too detailed in it. But all I'm saying is stop telling people it's disgusting that they're having unprotected sex, but yet heterosexual people are having unprotected sex. And not only are they getting STDs and stuff, but then their byproduct is having kids as well. Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Very true. Very, very, very true. All right. That was a pretty deep discussion, and that can go on and on and on and on. And everybody has valid points, but again, it's about making sure that we are being responsible for our own health and not relying on anybody or trusting anybody to believe that they are safe. Just make sure you're safe. Make sure you're doing what you need to do to make sure that you are then able to, engage in whatever you choose to engage in with the person you choose to engage it in and be good. It's not a thing about just going in blindly and hoping for the best because he or she said that they're good.
Can I say something really quickly? I challenge the women, since you all are so pressed, I hope you all can get together and stop fighting and get a women's panel, because we're not objecting to it one iota. So some real serious women who want to talk about topics and come from the right place, not because you want to attack somebody because you don't like them, but really come together because you want to talk about these issues, then come together and do this. That's what you need to do. And that's my challenge. That's my challenge to you all. It's some intelligent women on this in these panels and on this platform that are content creators and subbies. Get together and do what you got to do. We appreciate you all coming over here, but this is the gentleman's panel. So, yeah. And one day we'll have a mixed one, but yeah. So.
Well, D-Cop does have a panel of all women. For the life of me right now, I can't think of.
So are they supporting her, though?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that.
D-Cop is not talking about mess. So they're not going to run over there because people are eating up. They want drama They want us to, because we're boring. If we're not, when we talk about things like this, we'll be viewed as boring because we're not roasting and going at another content creator. Right. You know, it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. I would love to see the women have a channel and get together and do it. I would support that. Just like you all support us, so we can do what y'all are doing here now. And y'all can say, well, this is what we're saying. But, you know, you have to do it. And I just say, make sure it's with the right intent, because we came together not to roast and gag people. We came together because we wanted to let people know that we can actually work in unity. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to have a drink after this.
Yeah, right. Okay, so real quick, of course, because you're at Cap Hill, we gotta briefly talk about some politics, just real quick. It wouldn't be my page if we didn't. I know maybe some of you have not watched the debate at all, but if you did, do you have any thoughts, or did you happen to catch the little clip bit that I did on my video feed or anything?
Elizabeth Warren was reading the kids. She went for Mike Bloomberg. She kind of straightened Pete Buttigieg. And I think we talked about that because I think he just asked a question, but Elizabeth Warren was doing the thing. I'm very concerned because what Pete Buttigieg did say is we have somebody running for the Democratic nominee, one who's not a Democrat, an independent, and the other who just became a Democrat to be a Democrat. So, you know, I think those may cause a problem, but the bottom line is I think I would rather deal with the people who are on that Democratic ticket than what we have on the other side.
Yeah, very true. Anybody else? If not, that's fine too. Just wanted to know.
No, I feel the same way. I've been debating a lot, and I've heard about the that candidate that's really a Republican, but it's almost like, you know, you got to take the lesser of the two evils, and, you know, we got to vote Democratic, okay? Because, you know what I'm saying, we just can't let too many of the Republicans in office, okay, period.
Again, women, we're happy for your support. We are, but my thing is, I challenge you, Rita Philadelphia, you're a smart individual. Get a women's panel and go for it, and we'll support you as well. And that's my answer to you.
Stop coming over here just to tear us apart. Because some of you are trolls. I know it already, but don't come over here just to start up division. We're talking about issues. We're incorporating women into our conversation, but you're not. Some of you are coming over here just to start the it up, and I know you are. So you need to just cease and desist, go back in the bushes or whatever burrow you climbed out of.
We don't even need to address the people that's popping out the bushes, okay? We got a whole show to run, okay?
Yeah, I mean,
period.
I mean, people are gonna have their opinions, regardless. I think, you know, and just leave it to their opinions.
But what I'm saying, Cap, is real, and it's not shade.
Oh no, I truly
start your platform.
Yeah,
start your platform.
I'll support it.
That's not shade. That ain't shade.
I get what you're saying, but I guess my thing to that is, of course, when we come up with topics or situations or things, people are gonna comment. People are gonna have something to say, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. That's naturally how this whole situation works. So that part I get, but it comes a point where in which.
Can I say something, Cap? Again, I know you're talking. Let me say something. Where are the men on The View? Where are the men on The Talk? Where are the men on those shows? We don't have a problem with that, do we? Where are their point of views? So tell Whoopi Goldberg they need to get a man. Tell The Real and The Talk they need to get a man. This is the gentleman's panel, not the gentleman's and a ladies panel. Wiley is doing that already. This is the gentleman's panel. All right. I'm sorry, Captivating. Can we go on? I'm sorry. Let's move on.
That chuckle. All right, listen. I'm just gonna say this. This is not to create discourse between, again, men and women. It's just having a conversation. And we cannot move forward as a people, period, without having conversation and really getting down to the nit and the gritty of the things that affect us as a community. That's it and all. So now, one gotta go. It's been an hour. It's been great.
It's only an hour. It's only been an hour. It feels like only 15 minutes. All of this shade and stuff. And, yeah, okay.
No, it has been a whole hour.
No. I'm not picking that, Wiley. They had 2 men and a woman. Is that not a talk? Are they? That is not some. See, 2 men and a woman. I called it by its right name.
I thought it was 2 men and a lady.
A lady, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know if she's still with them, but yeah, they still. Well, anyway, I was about to say something.
Yeah,
take the wheel.
I thought it was 2 coals and some dust.
Whatever.
All right. So one gotta go. Whew.
Let's get it, man. I'm ready for this, man.
So now one gotta go was Black, since it's still Black History Month, Black romance films. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
First film.
A lady in a tramp. Okay, I'm sorry. I just read that.
Brown Sugar. First film was Brown Sugar. Second film would be Poetic Justice. And third film would be Thin Line Between Love and Hate. And your fourth one would be Boomerang.
Now, what is this one again?
One gotta go. This was Black romance films.
Romance?
Yep. These all came up under romance. There was some more too, but I was like, I wouldn't even consider most of these romances, but whatever, I'll go with it.
Okay.
Well, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate is a classic. That's my movie right there. Period. Puriana to the period.
Martin Lawrence was high through the whole movie. Him and Bobby Brown was high as.
That's a really good movie. That's a really good movie, okay? I be feeling like that sometimes, okay, period. These niggas be out here trying to play with your feelings and stuff, okay, period. There's a thin line like this, okay? Between me loving you and hating you. Teeter-totter if you want to, period. So I like that movie, so it definitely got to stay. Okay. Poetic Justice, that's ain't nobody getting rid of Poetic Justice. That's the movie, okay? Right. And Boomerang, you know what I'm saying? It's lit too. So you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to go ahead and go push Brown Sugar on off the cliff. Period.
So this is a love story.
What?
A romantic comedy.
All of them are considered Black romance films, whether it's comedy and or serious.
Okay. Well, this whole list of hate ain't love because she wanted to kill him.
She wanted to kill him, but remember, there was somebody who did love him that he wasn't paying attention to until Homegirl was trying to kill him. And then when she damn near killed him, he realized Homegirl that was staring in front of his face the whole time actually loved him.
Well, it was kind of like somebody paying attention to you, Jay Wilson, that was on here that you didn't pay, you know.
But it wasn't just that. He was taking her kindness for weakness.
Laid out on YouTube.
She was spending a lot of money on him. She was letting him stay in her place. She was giving him dough. Like, she was being very nice to him, and he was taking her kindness for weakness. He was playing her because she was wealthy, and she was, you know what I'm saying? And that's why she did what she did, because she thought it was a joke until it wasn't a joke.
Okay.
Somebody pissed.
That's very personal. Very personal.
Lynn Whitfield was playing that part way before Lady Mae. She was playing. Yeah. Yes, she was. I don't know, you all. I like Poetic Justice because that's a classic. Boomerang was interesting. I don't know. I'm still gonna go with Thin Line. I don't know. Yeah.
You said you getting rid of Thin Line?
That's one got to go for me. I
you
like the movie.
You just gotta watch it.
I did.
Watch it again, because that's the movie right there, man. That's all I know, man. That's the movie, man.
I'm gonna say Brown Sugar because I'm not familiar with it. I know the other movies, but I don't remember Brown Sugar.
Well, I liked Brown Sugar, actually.
I'm sure.
Wait, Brown Sugar, that was that basketball one.
No. Brown Sugar.
See, that's what I was thinking about, Love and Basketball. Okay.
No.
Brown Sugar, they were two friends who kind of grew up together, but they both had a love for hip hop. One was she was the editor of a kind of hip hop magazine, and she moved to New York. She met up with her longtime friend. He wound up having a relationship with another woman. She was kind of trying to date somebody else, but they wind up, after the male friend wound up catching his wife cheating, they wind up getting together.
That sounds like a love story to me.
Huh?
Did they get back together?
Did they get back together or did they get together? They got together.
Well, that sounds like love.
Well, yeah, that's what romance. Well, that's what romance.
Okay, but Thin Line, did she get back together with him? Lynn Whitfield was trying to kill him.
No, but that's what Thin Line wasn't about. That remember, there was a woman. I think it was Regina King's character. I think I'm not mistaken who the main person was, but she was always in the background. But she loved him, but he never paid her any attention. He was only paying attention to her. And he didn't really want her, but he wanted everything that she offered.
Yeah, that sounds like Low Down Dirty Shame.
One of my favorite black love romances. Okay, one of my favorite black love romances is Sprung. Have you guys seen that movie?
Sprung was good too.
Yeah, Sprung is good. That's one of my favorite movies. And Baps. Oh, Baps is a good movie.
Life.
If you haven't seen those, okay, definitely check those out. Okay, I feel like Baps. I'm gonna feel like Baps tomorrow. Okay, on period, because you know what I'm saying. Y'all remember that part in the movie where they was like,
I never really watched Baps stuff.
You don't remember? Oh my gosh, you got to check Baps out. But there's a part in the movie where she heard the Heavy D 3 times. She said her mom always told her that good things come in threes, right? So the other day, man, somebody texted me randomly out of nowhere and was like, Diddy. That's all they said. That's all it was. You know what I'm saying? And then the other night, Armand hit me up and said, there's the party. You know what I'm saying? Diddy's throwing a party out here. Okay, I heard it again. And then my sister's baby daddy, who's a rapper, said that he was going to the same party, right? So I went ahead and I purchased my VIP tickets, okay, up here, because I just know, okay, up here, God got something for me at the concert tomorrow night, period.
Okay.
You got to share that with us.
Right. You'll be anxious to see how that works. Yeah, I would definitely have to. I love Brown Sugar. I'm sorry. I would probably have to definitely go with a thin line between love and hate a little bit. Just because they were just extra high in that movie. But yeah, that's my thought. Yeah. So as we close out on this,
seems like Brown Sugar would be the one that would be gone up out of here ultimately.
No, I liked Brown Sugar because
I know I'm saying the vote. It was two of us said get that up out of here.
Well, I mean that's fine. That's fine. But it's my page. So.
Okay.
Now we're throwing shade. Okay. I knew it would happen eventually.
Yeah, I'm just playing. But
you found your voice.
That's fine. It could go. That's perfectly fine. I still have the DVD and I'll watch it. With that said, and upon closing, it's been fun. It's been real. I do ask that everybody in the chat and everybody listening in the bushes that you take these discussions and conversations and expand them further and really have dialogue with others and really try to get people's different points of view. It'll help you better understand some things maybe that you did not understand here. I think that's important. But other than that, anybody have any things coming up this week that you want to let the people know about?
Well,
anybody can start.
I don't have it, but who's next? I know Captivating Christian now. Who does it go to? Rebel?
Yeah.
So Golly will be on Rebel's channel on Thursday. Rebel's fun. So yeah, Rebel seemed like when you start doing your stuff out of your car, it seemed like everybody wanted to tape and record out of their car. You know that? I'm just saying, when you start doing your car thing, other people start doing their car thing.
But they had music videos and something that you would see on the hub making moaning sounds. And I mean, I can't compete with that. That's out of my league. You know,
thank you, Rico. Appreciate it.
But yeah, I plan on, I'm still trying to work on doing these interviews with the different trans women. I want to speak to, you know, different people in our LGBTQI group. And I, you know, even just sitting down and talking with some of my heterosexual female friends about relationships and, you know, even about how they view DL men, or have they been in experience and, you know, have they experienced any men that they thought were possibly DL?
Right.
So it's, you know, a few things that I'm looking to do pretty soon.
Cool. How about you, Kingpin?
What was the question again?
Oh, anything you got?
Don't you got that party tomorrow
coming up this week?
Oh yeah. So
you want the people to look out
party tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be lit. I'm gonna, you know, hopefully meet somebody really interesting to take my heart away. Okay, on period. That's rich with a lot of money. Okay. Outside of that, you guys can find me throughout the week. I'm gonna be doing some situations. I got a lot of things to talk about. And then I also do the music show, the playlist on the Armand Wickens Show. So that's where you guys can find the official Kingpin. Period. What is y'all?
Train.
Hey, look at
train is coming, honey.
Y'all can hear the train in the background.
I hear the train. Who live in the country?
No, I say in a skyrise, and it's like you can hear everything.
Oh, okay. I was like, where's train? Okay, that's all right.
And how about you, brother JW? What's going on?
Well, you know what? Before the month end, we do have a Pottery Barn gift certificate to give away. And it's just going to be a giveaway. You know,
Pottery Barn.
Yes, the Pottery Barn. So we're going to do that, and you won't have to drop a cash app for it. We're just going to give it away. How about that?
What?
Yes.
Okay.
You hear that, y'all? You ain't got to drop no cash app.
Period.
Well, people benefit from them cash apps. Don't get it twisted, but anywho.
You know.
Yeah, but the Pottery Barn, and it's $30. So we're gonna find how we're gonna give that away. But I do have it. It's in my possession, and we're gonna give that away.
Somebody asked if there's any rules to this giveaway.
I'm going to try to figure out how I'm gonna give it away. And that's it. Because, you know, we do a lot of giveaways. So we've given away a laptop, a tablet, money, gas cards. I mean, you name it. We've given away a lot.
Okay.
So if you have any suggestions,
flashlights
on James Legal 1970 at gmail.com. James Legal 1970 at gmail.com, and give me some suggestions. So please do that. Somebody said give away some edges. You know, I might get some bundles. Hold on, I might get some bundles.
Triple Red X is shady.
I might get some bundles and give it away. I think that would be a good show.
I don't need no edges. I have mine.
It'd be like the Wiz, give a brain away, a heart. I mean,
slide some oil too.
Okay.
Yeah. What I have coming up this week, of course, is
hold on for a minute, Rico. What have you given out except? Don't be started. Please don't.
Okay.
Rico. What have you given out on your page?
Let's be nice, please. Let's be nice.
Okay.
Let's be nice to our guests, please.
I'm not the one up there drinking on that man interview.
Let's be nice.
Well, that flask. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Anyway, this week I have my recap on Saturday, which basically talks about recapping events for the week that happened during this past week. So that'll be on Saturday. Tuesday, of course, it's my political wellness with none other than Mr. Credentials, where we talk about politics and mental wellness. And other than that, you'll get my midday news and sometimes entertainment news if I had the time to throw it in there. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I have. I want Rebel and Cap. You know what? I'm not.
What did they say? Wait, who is this?
I'm not repeating that. Anyways, so if that's all, and anybody has anything else to say or add, I will definitely bid you guys adieu. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can leave them in the comment section below or email me at my email address, and I will be sure to address them. Just make sure they are respectful. But, that's all I have. Anything else?
Well, Captivating, thank you for hosting this. You did an awesome job, and we really appreciate coming over here. So thank you for sponsoring this tonight.
Oh, no problem. And thank you for allowing me to sponsor. That's all I have, man.
We appreciate the positive dialogue. We like people have a difference of opinion. You're not going to get blocked because you have a difference of opinion. It's just being respectful.
Yeah.
That's the key. Respect.
Yeah. I mean, everybody has a point of view, and everybody's point of view should be heard. So I don't think that this is ever a problem. But again, like you said, you just have to make sure that you're respectful.
I'm not a CNA. No, I don't wipe arses. I do paperwork more so.
Oh Lord, more shade. Jesus.
All right. All right. Well, with that said, good night, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.